Have you ever wondered why Allied soldiers feared one German weapon more than almost any other in close quarters combat? The MP40 submachine gun. That distinctive chatter echoing through bombed-out buildings meant one thing: German soldiers were close, and the fighting was about to get brutal. And here's the strange part. While every World War II movie makes you think every German soldier carried one, fewer than 1 in 10 actually did. So, why did this relatively rare weapon become so feared? Well, the story of how the MP40 changed urban combat forever reveals a darker reality than you might expect. So, let's begin. When World War II kicked off in September 1939, most armies relied on bolt-action rifles, but the Germans learned something crucial from World War I trenches. In close combat under 100 yards, a guy with a fast-firing weapon had a massive advantage. This led to the MP18 in 1918. By 1938, the German army wanted something new. They needed a compact submachine gun for paratroopers and tank crews. Traditional rifles were too long inside vehicles or aircraft. Enter Berthold Geipel, founder of Irma. Working with Heinrich Vollmer, they created the MP38 in 1938. This thing was groundbreaking. One of the first firearms with virtually no wood. Folding metal stock, stamped steel parts, synthetic materials. Mass production was the goal, but the MP38 still used machined parts requiring skilled workers and time. By 1940, Germany needed weapons faster and cheaper. The MP40 solved this. Where the MP38 had machined aluminum, the MP40 featured stamped steel. Aluminum went to aircraft production instead. Production time dropped. Costs plummeted. Now, I find this absolutely fascinating. An MP40 cost 1/3 the price of an MP38. For what it took to make 3 MP38s, you could pump out nearly 10 MP40. That's the kind of industrial efficiency that changes wars. The MP40 fired 9 by 19mm Parabellum, same as the Luger. Fed from 32-round magazines, weighed 4 kilos loaded, fired 500 to 550 rounds per minute. That rate was perfect for controllability. Soldiers could fire accurate bursts without wasting ammo. Simple open bolt blowback. Pull the trigger, bolt slams forward, chambers around. Fires it, recoil drives it back. The redesigned cocking handle was clever. Early MP38s could accidentally fire if dropped. Not ideal. The MP40 fixed this with a lockable bolt. Proper safety. The folding stock was revolutionary, first on a production submachine gun. Incredibly compact for vehicles or parachute jumps. Now, here's where propaganda and reality split completely. Despite Hollywood, the MP40 wasn't standard issue for regular infantry. Let me repeat that. The average German soldier, the Lanzer, did not carry an MP40. They carried the KAR-98K bolt action. The MP40 went to squad leaders, paratroopers, tank crews, SS units. Between 1940 and 1945, Germany made about 1.1 million MP40s. Sounds substantial until you realize they cranked out over 14 million KAR-98K rifles. For every MP40, there were 13 bolt actions. Yet the MP40 had this outsized impact that went way beyond the statistics. First combat came in Poland 1939 with the MP38. Norway 1940 proved its worth in mountains and towns. But in cities like Stalingrad, Warsaw, Normandy, the MP40 became absolutely deadly. In urban warfare, most firefights happen under 50 yards. Room to room, street to street. A bolt action gives you one shot before the enemy closes. An MP40 could clear a room with a single burst. Allied soldiers learned to recognize that sound, different from the Sten or Thompson. That 550 rounds per minute gave it a deliberate, controlled chatter, sharp staccato bark echoing through ruins. When you heard that sound, Germans were within 50 yards with the advantage. During Stalingrad, German assault groups with MP40 clears fortified buildings floor by floor. The Soviets mass-produced their PPSH-41 over 6 million. Just to match this firepower. In Normandy, small German groups, sometimes 3 or 4 guys with MP40s, pinned entire American platoons. British paratroopers at Arnhem faced the same brutal efficiency in narrow Dutch streets. The 9mm round was lethal close range. At 50 yards, it punched through steel helmets. At 25 yards, it went through wooden walls. That 32-round magazine gave real advantage over Allied rifles with 5 to 8 rounds. The MP40 wasn't perfect though. The magazine jammed if soldiers grabbed it it as a hand grip, which many did instinctively. German troops were trained to hold the magazine housing instead. The Germans tried the MP40/Y variant in 1941 with dual side-by-side magazines, responding to Soviet 71-round drums. The system made it awkward and unbalanced. Limited production before cancellation. And here's what really impresses me about this weapon's effectiveness. Allied soldiers captured and used them whenever possible. Technically against regulations, but guys on the front knew better. If you found an MP40 with ammo, you kept it. British paratroopers, American infantry, Soviet soldiers all used captured MP40s. That's the ultimate compliment. Soldiers risked punishment because it dramatically improved survival chances. That tells you everything about how effective this weapon truly was. Fallschirmjäger paratroopers were issued MP40s for compact firepower after landing. During Crete invasion, May 1941, about 8,000 paratroopers jumped. They faced fierce resistance in brutal close quarters. The battle cost over 4,000 killed in 10 days. So devastating, Germany never attempted another major airborne operation. Tank crews got MP40s for defense when vehicles were knocked out. A bolt action was too long inside a tank. The MP40 was perfect. Easy to stow, quick to grab, effective for fighting your way out. SS assault units received them in much higher numbers, sent into the worst fighting. Something interesting happened as Allied intelligence analyzed German tactics. The MP40's fearsome reputation was partly psychological. It was so effective that entire platoons would hit the deck from hearing MP40 fire, even from just one or two Germans. The Germans exploited this brilliantly. Propaganda showed MP40s everywhere, projecting modern military power. Reality, most infantry never fired one. They had bolt actions, 1 MG42 per squad if lucky, limited ammo. The MP40 became a symbol way bigger than its battlefield presence. But the real story gets darker than tactics alone. And I have to say, understanding this changes how you see the weapon entirely. Soldiers carrying MP40s had the highest casualty rates in the German military. Squad leaders, the main users, led from the front. In urban combat, the first guy through a door rarely survived. By war's end, squad leaders had over 70% casualties. Fallschirmjäger got hit catastrophically. After 4,000 dead at Crete, they became elite ground infantry. Monte Cassino, 80% casualties. Normandy, virtually wiped out. SS assault troops, over 80% by 1945. The MP40 got associated not just with aggressive tactics, but with expendable ones. It wasn't just effective, it was a marker for the soldiers who wouldn't be coming home. As Germany got desperate in 1944 and 1945, small groups with MP40s held entire battalions in cities. Berlin, April 1945. Teenagers and old men used MP40s fighting Soviets street by street. Simple enough for minimal training to be effective close range. These desperate last stands only added to the weapon's grim legacy. After the war, influence spread everywhere. The British Sten used the same stamped steel philosophy. The American M3 grease gun was influenced by captured MP40. Over 200,000 captured MP40 got redistributed. Israel used them heavily in 1948. Norway kept them until the 1970s, Home Guard until 1990. One of the longest-serving World War II weapons. Ukraine resistance, Korea, Vietnam, Middle East conflicts. As recently as the 2010s, MP40s appeared in Syrian and Libyan civil wars, testament to the weapon's durability. Today, the MP40 remains one of the most recognizable World War II weapons. That distinctive folding stock, vertical magazine, stamped steel construction. It influenced an entire generation of submachine gun design. The philosophy behind it, that weapons should be simple, reliable, cheap to mass produce, became the standard for military firearms. Over 1.1 million produced, and though just a fraction of German small arms, the impact on tactics and military thinking was enormous. Because in 5 years of war, this submachine gun changed how armies thought about close quarters combat, proved mass production design value, and created psychological impact way beyond its numbers. And decades later, you can still hear that distinctive chatter in conflict zones worldwide.